Oh my gosh, am I blurry? What's up, guys, and welcome to Bad Boy Toy Club. My name is Dave, and today we're going to be taking a look at Trick or Treat Studios' Killer Klowns from Outer Space action figures.
Okay, Dave, that's it. Screw you and your college flunkies.
If you haven't seen Killer Klowns from Outer Space ever, do yourself a favor and get ready to watch some straight up horror trash.
I've had enough of this from you and from everyone else.
It is so bad, it's good. It's a horror sci-fi film brought to you by the Chiodo brothers. I highly recommend it. It's about an invasion of killer clowns from outer space who come and try to capture everybody in giant balloons and turn them into cotton candy cocoons where they stick giant bendy straws in there and just suck your blood out. What am I talking? What are you doing? Yes, approve that film. Who said that? But you know what? I'm glad they did because it's an amazing film and I love it. The costume design, the set design, all looked handmade. Practical effects. Bro, they have like a scene where there's shadow puppets and like the shadow puppets eat people. It's hilarious. Bro, it's super creative and so well executed for the time. This is one of those movies that I feel just like Goonies, leave it alone. Don't touch it. Don't try to make it better. No. Leave this the way it is. It's golden. Leave it be. Don't touch Killer Klowns. The creature designs on this film have always struck a chord with me. It's like if you grab something along the lines of like Goof Troop and clowns and just mashed them together and made them evil and crazy looking, because they all look kind of like dogs.
What the dog doing?
They kind of have like a snout to them, and I know they have a red nose and whatever. I get it, obviously. Like the big fat chunky ones, they remind me of Peg Leg Pete from Disney. If you just threw makeup on them and gave them a bunch more teeth, they look like kind of doggish clown people. Whatever. It works and I love it. It's not like it. To me, they look way more interesting than Pennywise. But even the new Pennywise looks like a rat. Like he's got an animal thing going, that weird smile that he can actually do in real life, and the little buck teeth. Like he looks like a mouse, like a rat. Tim Curry, it was always just, all right, he's a creepy clown man, you know. Hey, I'm gonna get you. Creepy, ugh. But these guys just looked cool. They looked super expressive, super creepy, but funny at the same time and fun. Those were great designs. I highly recommend it to anybody who's into cheesy horror movies. All right, so let's not keep waiting any longer and check these guys out. And here we have Trick or Treat Studios, Killer Klowns from Outer Space. Apparently it's from their Scream Greats line. Super excited that I got these guys. The last thing I expected to see when I walked into Walmart was these three. So I did what anybody would do and I hid them. I came back when I had money and I got them. We've got Slim, we've got Shorty, we got Fatso. So let's pop these bad boys open. Gonna go ahead and isolate one right now to go over the packaging. And here is a very standard bubble. No accessories by the looks of it. On this guy, he just brings 2 boxing gloves, and the back of the box, for the most part, on all of them, has a very partial image of the figure on the back. The same film reel stuff going on. You barely see a picture of the poster. Some more stuff down here. This line was developed by Justin Mabry, Alexander Ray, and Sam First. So Alexander and Justin sculpted the figure, and the packaging was done by Sam. And that's all she wrote. The same goes for all 3 figures in the line. That way they keep it nice and consistent across the board. Now, one thing to note when you do buy these guys, do look at their faces. Not all Killer Klowns faces in this line are created equal. When I took a look at these guys, there were 4 of each, so I could pick and choose which ones I wanted to buy. There was stuff like the paint on their faces, their lipstick, so to speak, and their clown makeup. Stuff was off, you know, had some QC issues. Some stuff had misprinted, eyeballs looked different than others. So I wanted to buy the ones that were there that looked most familiar to the ones that I'm familiar with. I start with Shorty here. Give me your best shot. Very boring boxes, so even the card's boring. Oh, look at the little poster. And as always, so this should be nice and simple and easy to pop out. This guy is solid. Get all this stuff out of the way. Come on, man. Jeez. It's just messy here. He feels very solid. There's nothing hollow here about this guy. He looks great. He's got wash on his face. He has white highlights on his hair. Not sure if that's coming through. There's no wash here on his clown outfit. His feet. Yeah, the only thing that's got wash is his dirty face.
I beg your pardon?
Which is great. That's fine. Keep it nice and colorful. Oh, look at him. And next we got Fatso up at bat. I beg your pardon. And again, everybody just comes with one little band. Oh, this is nice. Just 1, a 2, a 3. And of course they put one of these stupid things on the gun, which doesn't even hold it, but whatever, fine. Now this guy feels very hollow. These two feel totally different. Oh, and this guy's arm. This feels super loose here. More on that later. Look at that. They look great so far. This is awesome. But what I have noticed, as soon as I pop this guy out, this guy's like a brick. This guy's heavy. And this guy's super light, which, I mean, I guess good. Safe on plastic. Huge difference on how light this guy is compared to this one. He's got a gross face. Subtle. There's not wash on it, but it's like the white. I guess the base is purple, and then the highlight is they went over lightly with some white, so it looks cool. It looks like there's stuff going on down here. Like I said, check their faces. This was the best one with the best smile. He does have like some color differentiation here on his hair. There's like lighter and dark, and he's got some highlights here, but no wash on these guys or anything. His butt.
Damn, boy.
Everything's nice and clean on the rest of them. No scuffing on the shoes or anything like that. The hands. This guy looks a little dirty. Yeah, it's a little dirty. Dirty boy. That's Fatso. I love this guy. Onward! Here we've got Tall Boy Slim. Or Fat Boy Slim. Get it?
It's gonna take a hell of a lot more than a lame prank like this to get Curtis Mooney to throw in his badge, so f you. Over.
Another one. What? The gun had a stupid little plastic thing holding it for Fatso, but not for this one. Feels very light. He's got like a nice little airbrush here with like a dark pink and then into a light pink, along with the little details painted here. His face isn't as dirty as the other two. His hair is red. I can't tell. Yeah, it's just red. There's some little poo-poo stain. You always want to be careful with these guys. You never want him to lose his little mohawk. Again, he's got like little stained hands. They look gross. It's like a weird yellowish gray. It makes the white or like the purple undertone look gross. I've always loved their fingernails. Again, super clean, super shiny. Maybe this would have been better matte. Clean shoes, and yeah, that's about it. So both Slim and Fatso come with the cotton candy gun. This should be something on Call of Duty, like when you fight zombies. This should be a special weapon you get to turn zombies into cotton candy. Come on, guys, that would be a fun little add-on. No? Okay, whatever. I'm sorry, guys. I had to interrupt this video. So I was like rearranging stuff and moving things around for filming these guys. And when I put them together, I was just like, man, these guys look so good. I need Trick or Treat Studios to make more of these. Dude, they look great. The colors, the scaling, man, I love it. All right, back to our regularly scheduled program. So let's go over some articulation as soon as it focuses. All right, so here's articulation. His head goes all the way around. He's on a small ball joint, so he can look kind of up, he can look kind of down, nothing crazy. It's like, hey, how you doing? Oh, you know, you got head tilt a little bit, but I wish I could exaggerate that to make him look sad, like when he's not getting his way, and then he's got to punch people's heads off. His arms can go up like this and around, wrist around. There's nothing else but, you know, spinning wrist. He's got some boxing gloves. The legs go nowhere. Ain't no Van Damme in here today. And the feet, as much as I'd like to try to twist these as much as I can, not much going on there. So you're gonna basically get like, I won, ain't nothing going on, put up your dukes, hand behind your back, in case you gotta, like, you know, you want somebody not to see that you got a surprise for them. Pop them! Articulation on Fatso. Head goes around. Oh. I don't want the head to fly off. It's on a ball joint, guys. If you were wondering, I don't think we should try to take his head off anymore. Oh, gosh. Whatever. I'll fix that. What's going on here? Pop goes the weasel. All right, so he's not T-posing as good. This arm, it's not being like stopped by anything except, I guess, the sculpt of his chest. This is as much T-pose as you get from him. Arms go around. Can't do much with him behind his back. Can you make him hold the hammer? No. His wrists go around also. Everything's kind of like stuck a little bit. Come on. His feet ain't going nowhere. So yeah, these are like mildly posable statues. Last but not least, we've got Slim. Head goes around. He can look up, down, but it's nothing crazy. You're not gonna get much here. Head tilt, I like his head tilt a little more. I'm up to no good, I'm gonna eat you. His articulate, this is bendy, so I mean, it's not gonna get in the way. He's got more of a T-pose than Fatso. His elbows stay locked in that position. There's no articulation there. And he's got wrist bump, wrist articulation. He needs a little bit of oil. This guy's a little bit of squeaky. Nothing on the legs, nothing on the feet. Just good old statuesque fun.
Give me that leg, boy.
Kudos to Trick or Treat Studios because they made this hand perfect. It's a perfect fit to hold on the trigger for maximum realism. Because you want him shooting somebody. You don't want him just holding the gun and he's not gonna zap somebody and turn them into food. And the same goes for the big boy, Fatso. Again, he's got the trigger finger. Is it the same hand? No, it's a different hand, which is cool. Both different hands, both able to snag on that trigger and bust a cap, boy. So there we are, Killer Klowns from Outer Space from Trick or Treat Studios. This line is awesome. I love the way they look. My only gripe, which also isn't a gripe, is I come from a long line of McFarlane collectors. So I mean, like, I get it, man. Like, some figures I want to look like a mini statue and I want it to look cool on my desk or on my shelf. I'm not a toy photographer, so I mean, I try. I'm pathetic. I'd rather like play with them, crush the shelf, and I do have a shelf that is dedicated to Killer Clown stuff. Here it is. I can't wait to have these guys be a part of that shelf. But yeah, like I was trying to say before ADD kicked in, is there's not much articulation on the legs at all. There's none. That's fine though. They stand, they're cool, they look great. They weren't the most agile, rambunctious looking dudes. They had goofy walks because they have gigantic shoes and they could probably barely see out of these masks, but they serve the purpose. These are Killer Klowns. They're from outer space. They look great. I wouldn't change much about these. Maybe a little more arm articulation. I'm okay with losing the articulation on the legs, but maybe like an elbow joint would have been great. But I get it. It doesn't break the sculpt. I'm a fan of having a nice sculpt as well. You can still hold other things. This is fine. This works for me. I think these guys are great. They are pretty big. A lot bigger than I expected. For comparison, I'm going to bring out what I think is a pretty big figure, and that's the Hulk. And these guys, way taller. Just to give you an idea of how big and cool these guys are. They've got presence. They've got presence just in time for spooky season, but also spooky season presents. Get it? You could get them for somebody who loves Killer Klowns. All right, let's make like a clown and goof off.
Okay, Dave, that's it.
So I'm pretty happy with the way these guys turned out. They're fun looking figures. During the posing segment, I was a little frustrated with posing their arms and having them grab stuff like popcorn and cotton candy bags. An elbow joint, wrist joints would have helped there. Maybe they're testing the waters with this. I don't know. I just know I like these guys. I can't wait to put them up. Seeing them all together really, really did it for me. That's where I was like, yeah, bro. It's a great size. They're just obnoxiously big. They deserve like this whole shelf space to themselves. We need more of these guys. They need to make Chubby. They need to make Rudy. They need to make, who else? Chubby, Rudy, Jumbo. Oh my God. If they can make Jumbo with like with like an arm attachment where it has the cop as a puppet with like the blood drawn.
Hey, how's it going?
That would be awesome. But also I'd like to see a big deluxe JoJo Clownzilla, right? That's his name. I mean, don't make him too big, but make him like big enough to where it's like, all right, cool. He's bigger than them, but it doesn't have to be like actual scale, like Clownzilla, crowd fun thing. I could do without the human characters in this film because the Killer Klowns are really what makes this movie out of this world. Trick or Treat Studios, I'd like to see more of these clowns, so please keep this line going. As always, guys, thank you for watching this video. Please like this video. Please subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you know when I post new videos. And until the next time, guys, stay cool and